Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I dive deep into the planner tour for 2024, I do want to let you know that I'm going to be having a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 4 digital planners. All you have to do to enter is to subscribe to my channel and leave your favorite emoji in the comments. And I will announce the winners on December 31st. So again, just leave your favorite emoji, make sure you're subscribed to the show, and I will pick at random 4 winners because it's gonna be 2024, so I can't give 2024 digital planners, but I am gonna give 4. So there's gonna be 4 lucky winners. Just make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave your favorite emoji. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for all your support that you showed. Bye. Now, let me show you the planner tour. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just want to show you guys quickly give you guys a tour of the 2024 digital planner that's available on my website and also on my Etsy store. I realized that I didn't do a planner tour for you guys, so I do apologize for that. Let me just show you how the new 2024 dated digital planner looks like. So first, it comes with 10 covers. So let me just show you. This is the first one, second, third. See, look at how pretty that is. Let me go back. Okay, and there's green, more like aesthetic look here, minimal aesthetic. And those are the covers that I just went through right here quickly. Then you have a menu. So you can look at the 2024 calendar overview, the whole entire calendar, and let me just go through these and I'll click on it so you guys can see. So we have the 2024 calendar, we have important dates, we have a habit tracker, vision board for each month, goals and notes for you to jot down. So let me click on the 2024 calendar, and of course it's not working, right? Oh, you know why? Because I'm actually not using this. There we go. So if you saw what I just did, I actually use Goodnotes for my planner. You can use Notability. So what a digital planner is essentially a PDF document, and then you import that PDF document to an app that lets you take notes on it. So I use Goodnotes. So for Goodnotes, they have this here where you click on this option here and it locks it, and then it lets the hyperlinks work. Like, let me go here. You see that? And if I go here to the main menu, it takes me back. But if I click on this here and I choose a pen or eraser, I can start writing on it. And I'll show you examples as we go along. So let me make sure this is locked again. It is now. So let me show you the 2024 calendar. So the 2024 calendar, you can see this at a glance. It has the 12 months, January through December here. So this is just a quick bird's eye level for you guys to see how your year is looking by, if you want to circle any important dates for you. So let me show you how that works. So I'm going to go here, unlock this feature, and select the color of your choice. Let me just choose pink here. And let's say I wanted to circle March 30th. You see that? You can circle it there. And then I can go here and lock this. I'm going to go back to my main menu here so I can show you what else is on the 2024 dated calendar, digital calendar. We have important dates. So I listed the entire months here, January through December, and this is for you to jot down important dates. Maybe you can write down here birthdays, or if you want to write taxes are due in April, or a family trip that you're taking in the summer in June, or if you need to register your kids for school in April for the upcoming school year, whatever the case may be, you can just have a central location to jot those down here. And I'm gonna go back to the main menu. So we went over the calendar, important dates. Now we're gonna go into a habit tracker, which is here. I listed, you can actually duplicate this page if you want. There's only one habit tracker page here, but you can have, if you want to have more habits that you want to cultivate, you can definitely duplicate this page. And actually, let me show you how to do that. So what you can do is go to the main menu here, and you see here I am in habit tracker. If I go here, I can add, I can duplicate actually, duplicate, and it actually adds the same page here. However, I intentionally left this here as one. As I mentioned in the podcast, if you guys are new here, I do have a podcast, the Afterglow Life, and I highly recommend it. I talk about how it is important for you to set habits, number one. Number two, not to set too many habits at once, because if you have too many balls in the air, it's kind of hard to pursue and reach those habits, that end goal that you want, right? To be consistent. And if you have too many things that you're trying to do, sometimes you get analysis paralysis, where you have too many things going on and you just freeze, you get overwhelmed, and you don't continue forward. So that's why I left here. I think that it's a nice base for, most definitely you can start with one if you want to start with one habit that you want to cultivate for this upcoming year, and then you can add as you go. That's also an option for you. But I wouldn't suggest, if you're just starting, I highly recommend to start with one habit. But if you feel like you got this, you can start with 4. So what I did, I put a box here because I want to add pictures to mine. That kind of helps me more. So what I do is I go to Pinterest and I add an image of the habit. So for example, if I wanted my habit to be go to bed before 9, I would go into Pinterest and find a nice cute bedroom with a nice bed, and I would put that picture here and then just add right here, vertically, going to bed. And I'll have a video of this later so you guys can see how I do mine, but I would add go to bed before 9. If I want to do exercise daily, I would add a picture of somebody working out, something like that, and then just add a workout. And then every day as I accomplish these tasks, you would just circle the color in the you can use the highlighter option for this. So let's say you want to do green because it's very bright, and you just color green. See? And if you want to get fancy and change up the colors, the next day you can do pink, or if you want to do different colors for different habits, so you can do that as well. See here, sorry, I'm doing scribble scrabble, as my son likes to say. Okay, so enough with the habit tracker. Let me make sure I go back to this here so the hyperlinks work. Okay, so I went over this column here. Now let's go over to the vision board. So I said that there's a vision board for every month, so I linked all the months here. So for January, you would just click January, and then you can start adding pictures from Pinterest, from any personal pictures that you have, any pictures that you've taken. You can add them here and even write over the pictures. I'm gonna actually share a video of me preparing my vision board for the upcoming year. But I also have, if you hadn't had a chance to look at it, I'll go ahead and link it here. I did do a video of December plan with me, and I did add, you can see how I was able to grab images from Pinterest and add them to my vision board. If you want to see an example now before I publish a video of creating a vision board. Okay, so, and then here in January, you can just go back here and then go back to February, or you can just go here and then go to vision board, and whatever month we're in, you click on it. Okay, vision board goals. I talk about this on my podcast too. So I left an area here so you can write some goals that you want to have for the first quarter here, the 3 months, January through March, April through June. If you want to have a major goal and just write down your major goal here for the quarter, or if you have individual goals for each month, you can write those. But if you go over to the next page here, I actually show you how you can write your goal down, what date you want to achieve it by, what will be your reward. I always talk about this on the podcast too. You want to celebrate your wins. So as the little tiny accomplishment that you come about, you want to celebrate that. So you want to put a little reward. Maybe your goal is to walk every day for 10 minutes. And let's say that you do 14 consecutive days of walking outside for 10 minutes, right? You can just say, I will, whatever you want to do. I'll treat myself to a latte at Starbucks, or I'll treat myself to go to a bookstore and buy a book. whatever makes you happy, you would write that reward here. That would be like a mini reward. And then once you complete, because I think that's very important to give yourself motivation. So once you complete that goal for the 30 days, then you would go a little bit more extravagant and give yourself something else, something whatever works for you and for your schedule and for your budget, that you can reward yourself. If it's you've been looking at a handbag, or you've been looking at some tennis shoes, whatever that might be for you, you want to go ahead and add it here. And then when you accomplish it, you want to go ahead and put the date that you accomplish it. It's a good reminder. You always have to remind yourself, and I'm giving myself this advice of how far you've come. Sometimes we forget how far we have come. So this page here, when you accomplish this, will serve as a reminder whenever you are trying to talk yourself out into doing something else. And actually, this is something that I do myself when I want to do something and I say, oh, I don't have the time. There's never enough time. There's never enough money. So whenever I go that route, I think about my wins that I had in the past and then reframe that mindset. So this will be a good place to come back and look at how far you have come. Okay, so I talk about this too. So you want to have the big steps. So whatever your goal is, you want to have big steps. And sometimes those big steps become overwhelming. So then what I did here is for you guys to break them down. So you have a big step here, and then you have actionable little steps. So an example of this that I talked about the podcast, I know I do apologize that I always bring like weight loss as a goal, but it just seems like the majority of people, it's always a goal to get and lose weight. But for me, I want to reframe that and just say I want to be healthier. So if your goal is to be healthier, you would put in here, your goal is to be healthier, and what are the big steps? Okay, well, to be healthier, I need to go to bed earlier. I need to at least start with some movement. So walking 10 minutes a day, you want to write down here. So we're talking about the way I want to move 10 minutes a day. I'm going to eat less processed foods, and I'm going to eat more veggies, whatever that is. And then, so we talked about you walking out 10 minutes a day. So what is that? What are little things that you can do? Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, you'll put on your walking shoes, right? So then that gives you, it's like a cue. Like I'm putting on my workout clothes or my tennis shoes, and then this is a cue that I'm gonna have to go walking, and I'll start by 5 minutes a day. Let's say you want to get to 10 minutes or 30 minutes, start with 5 minutes. Just make it reasonable for you, however that looks like for you. I want to remind everyone that you want to set your goals, and I want to make sure that you guys know that these are your goals, and not because you see that your neighbor's doing it, or you saw it on social media, or it became a fad and it's trendy. I think that right now it's very popular to just see what others are doing and then try to fit in those routines into our lives. But sometimes people have different schedules, different routines, different responsibilities, and we can't fit our lives into whatever other people are doing. So I'm a big believer around here that you do whatever works best for you. Sorry, I got off tangent there. I'm just very passionate about this. So the whole point of this was that you want to make it into reasonable, small bite, actionable steps. And I shared this on the podcast, but I will share it again. I saw an image of a ladder, and there's a boy on the left-hand side of the ladder with a ladder that has a lot of staircase that has the steps very spaced out, so big. And then there's another boy on the right side of the ladder, and the steps are very close, like here, this is perfect. So this is a ladder, somebody's here, and it's like, you really have to hike up to get to the first step. And then somebody's here, and then they just climb up this little step. So on the image, it showed that two little boys start at the bottom here, and obviously the boy that was here, or the boy or the girl, the child that was here, ended up here because they were able to, do it slowly but surely, slowly and steady wins the race, right? And then the other child that was here, it was really hard for them to get to the top of the staircase because you see how steep this is. So that's why I intentionally wanted to break this down into the big steps and the small steps. All right, enough about goals. Let's go to the homepage. So the last one here I have for you guys are notes. So you just want to jot down some notes. Let's say you have a birthday party coming up. You put so-and-so's John's birthday party, and then you can add all the little things that you gotta get. Or if you want to make this into your shopping list, shopping run, and list all the things that you have. I also have a meal planner that actually has a shopping list. I should do a walkthrough of that one too, but this is available on my shop if you want to take a look at it. But just give you some ideas, and I did add a few pages here. I believe there's 5, but again, I showed you how to duplicate these pages. So if you need more, you can add more without purchasing the planner again or purchasing additional pages. You can do it from this digital planner. Okay, so now now let's go to the actual planner. Okay, so we have January, February. So these links are hyperlinked. I mean, these tabs are hyperlinked. So you have January, February, March, April, May, and I added a quote on each page here. July, we have August, September, October, November, and December. Let me go back to January here so you see the January calendar at an iceberg level. We have our notes here, and then here you can add, I left this blank because I wanted an area for you to be inspired and add your own pictures or inspiring images from Pinterest, whatever the case may be, or little cute stickers with quotes, whatever you want to envision for this month and you want to embody on into January 2024, for example, this month, you would just want to add it here and obviously jot down big events that are happening or small ones, whatever you want, you can add it here. So we have the month, and then we have weekly. So you can add whatever you want, little pictures, highlight things, whatever you want to add here, but these are dated. So we have January 1st through Sunday, January 7th, and here for you, jot down some notes, reminders, and also you can add an image over these lines. And it has all the weeks of January. So we have the week of January 8th, January 15th, the 22nd, and the last week of the month, the 29th, going down to Sunday, February 4th. And then we start our daily. So I have daily starting from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. I know that everybody's schedules are different. Excuse me, I'm talking too much and my mouth is getting dry. So I started here from 5 a.m. I don't think everybody has to wake up at 5 a.m. and have a 3-hour routine. I also talked about this on the podcast, that I know that there's a lot of people out there that have, 3-hour routines, and that's great for them, and I'm happy for them. But honestly, for me, that doesn't work. I have little kids at home, and if I wake up at 5 a.m. and try to get on my treadmill or try to do some weights, like my kids would wake up, and I would have 3 little kids up at 5 in the morning, and it's not something that I can do in this season of my life. I do think it's great to wake up earlier and have that time to yourself, and I do have a version of it, but it's not waking up at 5 in the morning. I do have a small house, so I know the kids do wake up if you have a bigger home, or if your kids are upstairs and you're downstairs. If it works for you, again, I'm here for whatever works for everybody. I'm not here to dictate my routines and my lifestyle on anybody else. Okay, I got off tangent like I always do. So we have here Monday, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can jot down whatever you want. I also taught, I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast. Oh yeah, I did talk about it on the podcast. So what I do is, if you have time blocks, you can actually box them in and highlight them. So let me show you here. So if you, let me pick a different color. Did I change this? Oh, I did change it. Let's go to this pink because it's brighter. So let's say from 7 to 8 a.m. you have your morning routine. What you can do is actually box this up and hold it, and it actually makes a cute little box and highlights it. And then you can just write over it once you're done, and then whatever it is, like let me try it right here. Actually, let me change the pen color. Let me change it to black, and then write morning routine, and that can be like a block, right? So you can have different sections or different areas. You don't have to write, morning routine or every hour, or if you have a work meeting from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. you can just box that as well. And then your top priorities here, your to-do, and then I wanted to make sure I added gratitude. So what I started doing is my evening during the evening. You can do it in the morning, but in the evening I like to write what I'm grateful for. It's part of my new winding down routine, evening routine. So, but if it works better for you to do the I'm grateful for in the morning, go for it. You can also add a picture of you, of your family, of your pets, whatever you are grateful for. No judgments here. You can just add it there. Okay, and then it goes on to every day of the year. So I mean, but right now it's just for January, of course. So it goes to January 2nd, and everything is dated. Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday is the same layout, and Sunday is the same layout. I'm saying this because I know that some calendars have a smaller space for Saturdays and Sundays, or they combined, like they have half a page. I just left it the same because I don't know who's buying this planner. Maybe they're doctors, nurses, students. Maybe some people do have things to do on their list on Saturdays and Sundays, and who am I to dictate or say that? So I wanted to have that same layout, and it goes on the same for February. So remember to do that. And if you accidentally write on any of these things like I just did right now, you can always go back. If you hit the back button, it just deletes whatever you did. And then you can also tap 2 times. Let me show you. So let's say I didn't need to do that, and of course, and it undoes it. Did you see that? So then you write down again, and then do 2 fingers, double tap, and then it undid it. So just a quick tip. I'll be spreading quick tips as I'm doing these videos before I make an actual video of quick tips. And again, this is Goodnotes. This is not the new version of Goodnotes. I bought Goodnotes a few years back, and I think when it was like $3.99. I think the new version is $7, $6.99. Don't quote me on it, please. If you want, I'll come back and I'll put it on the show notes, and I'll put the link to Goodnotes and how much it is. And I'm not an affiliate, but I really like Goodnotes. I know some use Notability, and it should be equivalent. It lets you do the same thing. So do research, whatever works best for you. Okay. I was gonna go back and show you. Oh, I did it again. So I'm just gonna undo here. Lock this. Go to February, and show you that it's the layout for February, and then it has the weeks of February right here, and then it goes to that. And then I do want to let you know that when you close Goodnotes and open it, let's say for example today is January. Let me go back to the January 1st, and I leave off at this page, and if I come back to it the next day, I can just go to page 2. Also, an easier way to go back to your notes, to your pages, you can always click on the little layout here, the 4 dots here. You click on it, and then you can select what page you want. But these are hyperlinked. You can always go to the main menu through here, and then you can go to the months through clicking these tabs here, and you can go back if you want. And let me go back here. All right, let me know what you guys think about the planner. If there's any edits or modifications that you guys would like to see for the 2025 planners, let me know. I'm happy to hear your suggestions, your feedback. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Welcome to the channel if you are new. I am a mommy to 3 little boys. Like I said, I am a full-time project manager from 9 to 5, and I share insights on planners, productivity, and personal development, and somewhere in between. All right, thank you. Bye.